Okay, now we are live. So welcome, dear EMSA. I hope you can. I'm your Secretary General, Batuhan Ocbe, and here we have our beautiful Slovenian ladies, Danaja and Meta. Introduce yourselves to the participants.
Hello, my name is Meta.
Hi, I'm Danaja.
Oops, sorry. Now we have experienced a little bit of technical difficulties from my side, so I'm sorry about that. And now we can start. So we are here to help you prepare to our upcoming Spring Assembly 2017 in the lovely city of Ljubljana, Slovenia. We are really excited, and hopefully we'll see you all there really soon. This webinar will also be uploaded to the YouTube, and you can also watch it later, like afterwards. And now we are live, and we have about 15 viewers, 16 is going up. It's really great because I always wanted to be like a YouTuber or something, but of course I never had the time. But since now I'm like Secretary General, I have time for stuff like this, so it's kind of, you know, does the job. So apart from that, maybe we can start how we are going to help you. So this webinar consists of two parts. So in the first part, I am going to introduce to you the documents of the plenary. So plenary document send-out will be shared with you. It has been sent to you in 1st of March, the first send-out, and the second send-out was done on 16th, or sorry, 17th. And now I will go to all. And in the second section, the Slovenian ladies will give you the most recent updates about the event and answer some of your questions which you have submitted from the form, and maybe from YouTube as well if we have more time. Let me just share my screen with you to start the process. Yep. So here we are into our European Board Drive, but here is the most important one. It's the plenary documents. So in the first one, you can see that it's the plenary agenda. So what is the plenary agenda? It's basically what we are going to discuss during the plenaries. You can have a look at it. It will be voted on in the first minutes of the plenary, and you can see what we are going to discuss there. We don't want any direct negatives here, or we can't start the meeting. So this was the first one. You can have a look at it and know what we are going to discuss for that. For the second one, second folder, we have the submitted candidatures. You can find the Spring Assembly 2018 candidates, which is Leiden from the Netherlands here. Yeah, I won't go into details much because I don't want to waste much time from you guys. And you can also find the executive board of the next term candidates. You can see we have some vacant spots, but we have a treasurer candidate. And we also have another couple of candidatures, but they are on the second send-out document. So maybe just a little glimpse. So this is the second send-out document, and we have some president candidates here, including me. So yeah, hashtag excited. Please have a look at them and prepare some questions. It will be legendary, hopefully. And yeah, and now for this third folder, our folder motions to change the EMSA statutes and internal rules folder. And for some spoilers, yes, we have a lot of motions for this General Assembly. We have about 10 from the Executive Board of EMSA, about 14 or 15 from the Supervisory Council, and these are basically the main titles of the motions. Again, I won't go into much details, but you can And also here you can see from the EMSA members and the subco motions. Ones, why? Because it will affect the whole EMSA structure, and or it won't affect if you and please these motions are shaped by your amendments or your alternative motions. So please take some important time to discuss it with your other delegates from your countries and make your contributions to our motions. If you disagree, please ask questions. We are always open to any kind of questions because this is not just our internal rules, but all EMSA's internal rules. So it's pretty important one. The fourth one is the minutes from the last General Assembly taken by me and the old Secretary General. So this is basically a document of 50 pages. If you have like a lot of time, you can have a look at it. It's a nice one. We really enjoyed taking them. Yeah. And for the fifth one, we have the external meeting reports, which we have like a lot for this General Assembly. You can see how far we have went to represent EMSA. If you have any questions to one of the documents or the person that has been to that specific meeting, please prepare them and ask them because these documents will need to be adopted by the GA in order for some completion purposes and some reimbursements to be made. So these are also pretty important. We are trying our best to represent you, but now here's your chance to ask your questions and give your feedbacks to us during the General Assembly. Yeah, now what we have the financial documents folder, which is basically now only the financial midterm report, but it will also financial commission reports by the beginning of the GA, and the plenary will vote on the second one, but this document will not be voted on. So this is one of the most important ones as well. This is the seventh one, and the submitted policy statements. Here we have about 7 policy papers, which is prepared by the European Court, and also we have 2 policies from the EMSA faculty members, one from Malta and one from EMSA Tübingen, if I'm not, I can be wrong. Yeah, and yeah, these were also be voted on during the GA. So basically, these 7 folders, including the policies, will be voted on by the GA. What does it mean? The procedures will be explained to you by the plenary team more detailed during the GA. But basically, the faculty vote holders, so the one of the local coordinators or the proxy carriers, will need to be present on every plenary. So there is no escape from long plenaries. Like, just joking. But for the non-vote holders, like regular members or faculty members, they can also join some parallel sessions to the plenaries, which we have some trainings and stuff. But for the vote holders, yeah, the plenaries you can join. The documents that I mentioned before will be voted on, and all the documents need a simple majority, so at least half of the votes to be positive for them to be adopted. Important question. And now let's move on with the other documents. On 8th folder, we have the signed agreements and contracts, which you can see that our agreements are memorandums of understandings with other organizations and our partners, the sponsorship agreements with some various partners that we currently have and stuff like that. Then the current faculty member organization made by, again, me. You can have a look at how many FMOs that we currently have and stuff like that. The current EMSA regulations for you to see which rules that we possess. And the 11th one is actually a unique one. This is the document reading distribution for delegations. So this has been used for the last 2 GAs, and if your national coordinator has distributed the documents to you, to the delegations, it's great. If he or she didn't, you can always ask why, but be polite. So this is basically a document for the NCs to distribute all the documents for everyone to great look at it and not and share their opinions. But if also a delegate wants to read them all, of course he can or she can. But this is a purposeful document, which is great. And the next one is also a really nice one. This is the survival kit for the local coordinators and the national coordinators. This was prepared for last GA, and if you are a local coordinator and attending your first GA or your second, you can always come here for your questions and answers. It has updated a slight bit. I want to talk about it maybe here. I have put in flag, capture the flag and don't forget to return parts. So this is brand new. So basically, it's a nice tradition that we sometimes capture the flags of other delegations during some parties and some plenaries. But now all flags and mascots, if not given as a present or with the consent of delegation presidents, have to be returned to their owners during the last plenary session of each GA. This has been put in pretty new, and I wanted to mention it at least once. So please have a look at it. It's a great and easy to read document consisting of about pages. And if this is your first GA, we also have another document, which is the GA manual, and you will find the really basic stuff here, starting with, of course, the abbreviations, and then continuing with the procedures and what are the sessions you expect from a GA and stuff like that. So if it's your first GA, this is the place for you. And of course, you can check the other LC and NC documents after that if you are interested. And we have on our 14th document the EB quarterly reports. So if you wonder what the EMSA European Board has done in the between October and December, this is your place. Here is mine. Actually, I'm really proud of what I'm doing. Joking again. So yeah, if you have any questions, you can always ask to the document owners during the GA. Let me just close my document. No, I couldn't, of course. 15th one is not really important for this assembly, not this assembly, but for this webinar. It will be handled by us. Also, I have mentioned the second handout. So you can see we have some candidatures for the executive board of next term, and we have a file of alternative motions from the subco. And last but not least, we have our beautiful strategic framework prepared by the EEB for the 2017 and 2020. This will be just like motion and the candidates above. So this is our strategic plan for the next 3 years. It has been slightly updated and it will be hopefully adopted by the whole EMSA. And then we can continue our really good work. So yeah, this was basically the plenary documents, and this will conclude my part of the webinar, and we will continue with the next one. But before I give out the microphone to our lovely friends, let me just my screen. Yeah, I think I did. So yeah, before I say a little goodbye and give the microphone to our Slovenian friends, I wish to see you all really, really soon in Slovenia, and we are really excited. Not just me, but the whole EMSA European board, and I'm sure that all EMSA members are really, really excited for this event. It will be in a great city and a great country, and I personally am like really, really excited for it. And hopefully I'll see you guys all there. And now our lovely friends.
Hello. We would like to share with all of you the last version of agenda. I think this is the most important thing for all participants. Okay, maybe we should go together through it. The arrival and check-in will happen from 8:18 until 14, but of course it will differ upon each participant, and we will take care of also late check-ins. Then we will have the beginning of sessions, and at 19 gala dinner and social program. Next day we will start with plenary at 9, have a coffee break, symposium, then lunch, and pillar session, NC session, plenary 2, and in the evening social program. On Monday we will start with workshops, following plenary 3, lunch, delegation time, pillar sessions, MEDEX EMSA, and plenary 4 with some trainings. After dinner, we will have European Village Party. On Tuesday, we will start with sightseeing, then we will have project fair, twinning fair, lunch then pillar sessions, NC sessions, and country presentations, and trainings. After dinner, there will be some social program, team party. Last day, we will start with pillar session. After break, you will have delegation time followed by lunch. Then plenary 5, closing ceremony, and social program, which will be theater. And on Thursday, after breakfast, there will be checkout and departure. Now we can maybe answer some questions. Okay. Parv Sabia asked us if someone doesn't get visa, if they will be refunded back. The answer is no. All participants were informed about the visa process on 20th of February, so there was enough time to manage the visa and to send all information to OC, but we received the majority of information late, and I'm sorry, but this is not our fault. Then Petra Porta asked how will be transports between venues organized. All participants received information about transportation in Ljubljana yesterday. You will be granted free transportation with your name tag, which will you receive at the registration. Offer Abigail Obinian asks us if, due to flight availability, if it is possible to stay in Ljubljana on Friday at the accommodation provided. No, this is not possible, but you can take care of the accommodation on Friday by yourself. Go to booking.com or something similar. Then we got another question from Tariq Trives. He asked us, he told that he will arrive late on a Saturday, and he needs to know if there are any problems with late arrival. I think this is a question that should be answered by somebody from the EB, since we didn't get any information about late arrivals and a problem with not attending the sessions on Saturday. Lukasz Filipski asked what is the theme of the team party. We will inform you about this in this week or the beginning of next week, so don't worry about it. I think this is all from the questions of OC side. Batuhan?
Hello. Yeah. So I have a few questions to myself also. So let me just have a quick look at them. First one is from my dear friend Petra from Italy. So which advice would you give to the newbies that's never participated to an EMSA assembly? First of all, well, try to have fun, but also try to learn EMSA. It's from like absorb the atmosphere, and I'm sure that it will impact great on your motivation through EMSA. And please read the plenary documents that I have slightly introduced you to, especially the GA manual and the LC-NC manual, and then just try to enjoy them afterwards. And yeah, the second question that I will ask to myself is the attendance policy that also was mentioned a few seconds ago. Yes, the Vice President for Internal Affairs, Gert, will share more information about the attendance policy in the upcoming days, channels to you. He is, I think, now in Amsterdam, which he couldn't prepare the policy yet, but it will be pretty similar to the last General Assembly's one. And it was like you can miss 2 sessions. This is draft policy from me. You can miss 2 sessions in general, but for the Saturday sessions, you are excused because of the flight schedules and stuff like that. We won't be stamping or like taking participation in the first day, so don't worry about that. But for the next days until the end of the GA, you must attend at least 2 less than the whole session amount. And What else? Yeah, first day, and yeah. If you will miss the last day, like you have an early flight back, you need to inform the OC from the beginning, like before the GA, so that we can prepare you a limited certificate for attendance, because you won't be attending the whole GA. Yeah, this is the section answer, and the more information will be shared by our VPI, Garrett. And yeah, these are, I think, all the questions. Let me just check the live chat. I think we don't have any more questions. So yeah, I think we can slightly conclude our webinar. I hope that we have been a good host. We have been good hosts, and you enjoyed this webinar. You can also watch it later from this link anytime, like before the GA or even later. Probably my mom will watch it, like I think this week, because she's quite proud of me. Yeah. So this is it from me, and all in the GA, and goodbye for now. And now, Slovenians, maybe you want to say goodbye also, or see you soon, maybe.
Maybe I'll see you soon. Yes, looking forward to see you in Ljubljana.
Okay. I saw just a last minute question from Efe, and then I'll conclude the webinar. Thank you all for attending. The question is, are you going to make a last call for hosting candidatures? Yeah, live chat is pretty amazing. So yeah, you can apply for the vacant events or the vacant positions. I think until the first plenary, or even the first plenary, there will be another call made for this purpose. So yeah, it's still possible, but there won't be another online call. But you can prepare it with the old documents, old templates, and present it through the email channels. And you will also find the chance to present it during the GA, so in the plenary. So I hope this answered your question. So yeah, you can always ask your questions to us through email. My email is secretary@emsaeurope.eu, and the OC have the email, as you know, oc.sa2017@emsaeurope.eu. And this concludes our online, not online meeting, the webinar. And have a great night. Thank you for joining us, and see you really soon.